Marvelous hello, friends and loved ones, how are you today? So those of you who've been following EVO this year recently got their socks rocked the block right off. Wait, what? Those of you who've been following EVO this year saw that ArcSys announced a game that no one saw coming, Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. Essentially a brand new BlazBlue game featuring characters from their own series and also including characters from Ruby, Under Night In-Birth, and perhaps the most normal decision of the bunch, Persona 4 Arena. At the time of recording this video, Yu Narukami is the only confirmed Persona character in the game, but I'm certainly intrigued in seeing what the completed roster is going to look like. So, in celebration of this mind-blowing news, I've decided I want to talk about another situation where Persona and BlazBlue had a bit of a connection. If you've played an ArcSys game before, you're probably already aware they often like to have a large variety of alternate colors for their characters, and these colors often contain references to some of their other games. One of my personal favorite instances of this is in BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Extend, where all of the BlazBlue characters had special colors in reference to the Persona series. So today, in celebration of this announcement, here are my top 10 Persona characters in BlazBlue. And by that, I really mean here are my top 10 favorite Persona-themed colors in BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Extend, but that's not nearly as catchy. Consider this your spoiler warning for Persona and BlazBlue. Let's get started. Let's kick this list off with something nice, iconic, and simple. RAGNA-THE-BLOODEDGE as Yu Narukami. I don't have too much to say about this one, which is why it's all the way at number 10, but I can't deny that the mixture of grayscale colors blended with hints of that iconic Persona 4 yellow fits Ragna really, really well.
You gotta work on that.
Ragna!
I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this before or not, but Kanji Tatsumi is one of my favorite characters in all of Persona, and one thing that certainly makes him stand out is being one of the buffest 15-year-olds you've ever seen. But BlazBlue lets us go one step further, and suddenly, thanks to Iron Tiger, Kanji Tatsumi is an 8-foot-tall grappling cyborg. And yes, it's every bit as amazing as it sounds.
You put up quite a great fight.
Tiger! Win!
Noelle Vermillion is a character I don't have any particular fondness for, but Noelle Vermillion as Maya Amano is a color palette choice that just makes me smile. If for no other reason than seeing her with Maya's iconic pink dual pistols. So don't worry, Noelle, let's think positive!
If you cannot provide an attorney, one will be provided for you.
Noelle! Win!
I like Labrys. She's cute, she's fun, she was my main character back in the original Persona 4 Arena. I'm guessing someone else liked Labrys too, since there are actually two characters in this game to feature her colors, U13 and Lambda 11. I'm gonna give this one specifically to Lambda 11 as Labrys, cause I feel like she rocks those colors a little bit better. I like Labrys.
Analyzing. Minimal damage.
Lambda! Win!
Some characters on this list were chosen for how well the Persona colors look on them, and some were chosen based on how well the Persona character chosen to represent them fits their personal character. And some, like Rachel Alucard as Chidori Yoshino, managed to be both. The Gothic Lolita of BlazBlue matched up with the Gothic Lolita of Persona, and frankly, just see it for yourself. It looks great.
How disappointing.
Rachel! Win!
I almost gave this middle slot to Carl Clover and Nirvana as Kanemata and Kalanemi, but sorry Junior, your dad's getting this spot. Relius Clover and Ignis as Elizabeth and Thanatos ended up being a surprisingly fun combo, and playing as him with this color scheme, what can I say? Something about that velvet blue just makes me feel like I'm one who governs power.
I thought you could do better.
Relius! Win!
If it's not already obvious by this point in the video, I'm not exactly what you'd call a BlazBlue expert, and my knowledge on the lore and abilities of these characters is pretty limited. So when I first saw that the character Valkenhayn R. Helsing had Koromaru colors, I was a bit confused, like, okay, I guess someone needed Koromaru colors, whatever, only to be immediately surprised upon playing as him and discovering, oh my, he's a doggy!
I must prepare her tea. If you'll excuse me.
Valentine wins!
This next character deserves a round of applause just for how well this one worked out. Alright, that's enough of that. AMANE-NISHIKT as the male protagonist from Persona 3. It's absolutely amazing to see this character with this color scheme. I'm also curious if they chose Amane's androgynous nature to also sort of represent the female protagonist from Persona 3 Portable. The final thing, though, that puts this one so high on the list is that Amane has the same voice actor as the P3 male protagonist in the English and Japanese versions of both games. Gotta appreciate that little touch.
Too soon to call it quits.
Amane wins!
If you haven't already noticed from some of the other entries on this list, I'm a fan of the colors where we have a character represented with their persona as well as just the character. And none, in my opinion, captures this better than Celica A. Mercury and Minerva as Rise Kujikawa and Himiko. I mean, not only does Celica really capture the Yasogami uniform colors well, but Minerva as Himiko really knocks it out of the park, making this one of my favorite colors in the entire game, and certainly my personal favorite to use when I play it for myself.
Good work, Minerva!
Celica wins!
But it's not quite the best one. No. For that, we have to look to... Coming in at number 1 is none other than HAKU-MEN, donning the colors of Yosuke Hanamura's ultimate persona, Susanoo. This is easily my favorite for a number of reasons. It just works on so many different levels. Not only is it canonical in BlazBlue that HAKU-MEN's armor is known as the Susanoo unit, but it's also known that HAKU-MEN is Jin from the original timeline. And guess who Jin got for his color? HAKU-MEN is the only character to exclusively have a color based on a persona rather than a character, and overall, I just think that's pretty sweet.
You cannot defeat me!
HAKU-MEN wins!
So there you go, a super nonsensical list I threw together. I mean, we can all agree this news really came out of nowhere, right? Every Persona fan I know was twiddling their thumbs and waiting for them to announce the registered trademark for P5A was going to be Persona 5 Arena, but nope. Out of the blue, Arcs just dropped the bombshell on us that there's going to be a BlazBlue game with Persona characters in it. And, you know, I mean, other characters too. But of course, we all know what this game needs to be truly spectacular. Yeah! There we go.